we present My Favorite Husband, a new series based on the delightful stories of Isabel Scott Rorick's gay and sophisticated Mr. and Mrs. Cougat, starring Lucille Ball with Richard Denning. 10 years ago, Elizabeth Elliot decided to marry an eligible bachelor. So she picked handsome, man-about-town George Cougat. Because, as Liz put it...
George was the most eligible bachelor eligible.
Well, since their marriage, neither Liz nor George has said much about children. But then, children have never said much about them either. That's because they don't have any. Children, I mean. In fact, the only time it ever came up was when they returned from their honeymoon, and George was showing Liz around their new house.
Wait a minute, George. What's this little bedroom here?
Well, I kind of thought it would look cute and pink and blue with nursery rhymes on the walls. But we can fix it up temporarily as a maid's room.
What do you mean, temporarily as a maid's room?
Well, someday we may want a couple of little ones.
You mean a couple of little maids instead of one big one?
Well, that was, as I say, 10 years ago. So today, Mr. and Mrs. Cougat are still just two people who live together and like it. Lucille Ball is Liz, with Richard Denning as George in My Favorite Husband. It is morning at the Cougat house. Katie, the maid, has gone out to the mailbox to see if the postman left any ads or blotters, and Liz is cooking breakfast, and George is still upstairs dressing. Finally, Liz goes to the foot of the stairs and calls.
George!
Yes, darling?
I've got your breakfast ready. The toast is burned just the way you like it.
Okay, I'll be right down.
Oh, Mrs. Cougat.
Yes, Katie?
Why does Mr. Cougat like burnt toast?
I don't know. He developed a taste for it after we were married.
Good morning, Liz, darling. Morning, Katie.
Morning, Mr. Cougat.
George, aren't you going to kiss me this morning?
On an empty stomach?
Certainly. Give me a kiss.
I'm fresh out.
Oh, come on, George. You must have an old kiss lying around somewhere.
Okay. There. How's that?
That wasn't just lying around. It was dead.
That had all the zip of the old George Cougat.
Well, the old George Cougat better get a new zipper. What are you laughing about, Katie?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?